Hello and welcome back to the PES 2020 Master League with AS Roma. Oh, sweet suffering Jesus, things have not gone well since the last time that we were here. Of course, we were 3 points ahead of Juventus at the top of the Serie A table, and if you take a swift glance to the league table on the right hand side of your screen, you will see that we are no longer 3 points ahead. We are in fact 3 points behind Juve as we sit in second place, and yeah, it's not gone overly brilliantly, and here is the reason as to why. So we kick off the first of 4 games in the Champions League against Dinamo Zagreb. I think we beat them, or did we draw with them? We drew with them in our first meeting against them. That's how good my memory is. Dinamo did have the first chance of the game. Paul Lopez forced into a big save early on as we look to keep them out. Spinazzola battles really well to get a cross in towards Zaniolo, and it comes off his lovely head into the back of the net to give us the lead. 10 minutes into the game, Nicola Zaniolo, not the most regular of goal scorers, but we're happy enough that he has popped up, considering our Champions League form has been patchy. But I'll tell you whose form hasn't been patchy, it's Gabi Barbosa. He pops up with our second goal of the game. The boy is an absolute machine, and we couldn't be more grateful to have him. Well, we could be more grateful, we could pay him a lot more, I guess, but I'm not going to do that, because we don't need to, because we've won the game 2-0. There's no correlation there, but I was struggling for a link, so we win in the Champions League by 2-0 against Dinamo Zagreb. There's the table after 3 games. Everyone has played each other once. No, we've played each other 4 times. God, I'm really bad at counting, but we sit second behind Leipzig at the top of the table as we went into the first game of the Serie A of this recap against Chievo away. Now this, I will warn you already, this game has the greatest assists you'll ever see in the history of football. That's not it, but that's pretty good, as Mkhitaryan crossed in towards Edin Dzeko, who's had to settle for a little less game time this season, but it doesn't make him any less effective. And this, well, this is it. This is the greatest assist ever. Here comes Giaccherini with a shot off the unmentionables of that poor fella, and it bounces right back to Giaccherini, and he bangs it back into the back of the net. I wasn't even angry that we conceded. It was just like I was too busy laughing my balls off, which is unfortunate considering that boy doesn't have any now.
Hans Moleman Productions presents Man Getting Hit by Football.
Absolutely terrific stuff. I'll tell you what's equally as terrific is this breakaway down the other end with Jordan Veretout sliding the ball through to Edin Dzeko as we retake the lead right on the stroke of halftime. The big man, he was our main man last season, and he's still a hugely vital asset, as he proves there in the 65th minute, completing his hat-trick with a trademark worldie from the big Bosnian. Oh, he's just the best. He's just the best, and he gets his hat-trick, well deserved, which is lovely considering that he's now kind of our backup forward, but it shows that we can still count on him to bang the goals in. Speaking of which, Mkhitaryan gets in on the act to make it 4-1 away in Chievo to wrap up the points with 15 minutes left to play. Great ball in from Justin Kluivert, and Mkhitaryan sliding in gets on the score sheet to give us an unassailable lead, or so we thought, until Grubac went through and gets the goal back for Chievo with about 11 minutes left to play. But truth be told, we were pretty confident of holding out until the final whistle. We shouldn't have conceded those 2 goals, but we did. But either way, it's 3 points on the board. As long as we score more than you, then that's the main thing, isn't it? As Edin Dzeko gets another match ball and kisses it like he would his spouse, I guess. If I was his spouse being compared to football, I'd be a bit miffed, but then again, I'm not, so I'm not. I have no idea what I'm saying. Derby day, that's what we're discussing now as we go into this game against Lazio. Keep in mind we are currently unbeaten in the Serie A, have not lost a single game. We've drawn a couple, but we have not lost a single game as we go into the derby. This is the start of a very difficult run against top level teams, and there we go, they make us pay That's entirely my fault. I was too busy dicking about on the ball. I had too much time, lost out, and Ciro Immobile makes us pay. If anyone's going to, it'll be that lad. And we are 1-0 down at home in the derby. As El Shaarawy drove forward, got the ball across in towards Gabby Barbosa, and he puts it into the back of the net, but he is offside. There we are. Closer than two bears in a phone booth. That's how close that was, but I suppose the refs made the right decision, as much as I don't want to admit it. But Risha with the ball in, and an absolute thunder bastard coming in from Joaquin Correa to double Lazio's lead and double our woe, as we are 2-0 down at home in the game that is most important to the fans, the Rome derby. And yeah, it didn't get much better going forward as Correa gets the ball in towards Ciro Immobile straight from kickoff. They go up and get a third, two in quick succession, and we are being absolutely humiliated. 3-0 down at home before the end of the first half. In the second half, they just frustrated us by keeping hold of the ball, and eventually Luis Alberto strode forward and absolutely smashes it past Pau Lopez to make it 4-0 at home. We are 4-0 down in the derby. Like I said, we hadn't been beaten all season in the Serie A, and this was going to be our first defeat, and what a defeat it was. Edin Dzeko eventually gets us a consolation goal, his fourth goal in 2 games. But what a way to end our unbeaten streak in the league in absolutely appalling style, as our biggest rivals get the win on our home ground. And it was chastening. It was a bit crap, truth be told. It was a terrible performance. Couldn't get anywhere near Lazio. They absolutely bossed the game. Couldn't get a touch on the ball. Well deserved, but I was absolutely furious at the result. Going into this game against Napoli, the fourth and final game of this recap, and Jesus Christ, our form continued as Elmas gave Napoli the lead with an absolute screamer. This is a really difficult run of games that we have. We have Lazio, and then Napoli, and then you'll see in this episode we will have 2 more very tough games as Edin Dzeko fires over what was probably our best chance of the game. And that was it. Oh, not a whole heap to report in that one. Again, it was just frustration, just keeping the ball away from us. We couldn't get a touch on the ball, and we lose 2 games in a row. As you can see, we were top of the table by 3 points. We are now 3 points behind Juventus as we play them in this episode. So there we go, not the most ideal of form heading into the Champions League game against the team who are top of our group in RB Leipzig. Leipzig, of course, who did beat us on the opening day by 1-0. Just checking their side. What changes have they made? Schauner starts in goal. I did look at their side actually. They have sold Galaci, and they haven't replaced him, so Schauner is in. With Orban, Kanate, Alcantara, Smolnikov, Amadou Haidara, Leimer, Forsberg, Wolf, Werner and Mateus Cunha start up front. Both Schick and Poulsen and Sabitzer are all on the bench for reasons. Whereas we go with our strongest lineup that we can field. The only difference is Martinez Quarta starts for Mancini. Mancini's a little bit tired. And there's something else, I think. No, there's not. It's the only change we've made. There we go. Terrible form going into this, but this is the opportunity to turn it around, especially because of who we have. We have Leipzig, of course, and Juventus in this episode, which is a huge top of the table clash. Going into that, we need to pick up our form, and this is the chance to do it. If we beat Leipzig, we'll go top of our Champions League group. So let's just bloody do it. It's easy. Let's just do it. No sweat at all. Champions League night under the lights. Doesn't really get much better than that as we step out onto the pitch against the only team that has beaten us in the Champions League so far in Leipzig. So there is an element of revenge to get over these lads. That sentence doesn't make much grammatical sense, but what does make sense is the fact that we need to beat them to go top of the group. There's no reason why we can't. We have to turn this form around at some point, and now's the ideal time to do it. So come on lads, let's bloody get to it, shall we? Yes, let's do that. Forsberg to deliver it in towards Leimer. Big save by Lopez. It's spilled. and it's spilled to the one man you don't want any of it to fall to, or don't want anything to fall to. Timo Werner has pounced again and has given Leipzig the lead against us again. What do you do about that? What can you do? Lopez, arguably, well, the first game it was Lopez at fault for the Leipzig goal, but to be honest, there's not a whole heap he could have done there. He was not helped by his defenders, and we are 1-0 down after 4 minutes. El Shaarawy inside for Zaniolo. Oh, it's come through. It's broken for Gabi Barbosa, and he has finished it quite magnificently. Gabi Barbosa back on the score sheet. Oh, needed that. Needed that something fierce, boys. If there's one man we can count on this season, it's Gabi Barbosa. The ball through, I didn't think was going to make it to him, but we've got a nick, and it's found its way through to Barbosa. Look, there's the ball through. It's come off. Who's that come off? Is that Willy Orban? It's come off. Either way, it's come through to Barbosa, who takes it first time. I was worried that I'd taken it too early, but with this lad, you don't have to worry. 1-1. Free kick delivered by Forsberg. And we've been undone again by a set piece. If someone could get the ball away, for the love of Christ, clear the ball. It's not hard. Mateus Cunha pounces on terrible defensive work yet again. Again, a set piece has done us, but there's no reason why we should have conceded that goal. Ball comes in from Forsberg. It's look at it. Look at this. Look at it. It's just, how do you deal with that? I don't know if that's a scripting error or if it's just me being an idiot. But either way, it's bloody unacceptable. El Shaarawy inside for Zaniolo, right at the end of the half here. Barbosa, he's in behind. It's Gabi Barbosa. Chance to shoot. It's saved by Schauner, and we can't get the follow-up. Here's Harry. A bad ball over the top for Barbosa. Great take. Terrific save by Schauner, and again no one there on the follow-up. El Shaarawy. Barbosa. Somebody please get in the box. It's Pellegrini on the edge of the box. Luca Pellegrini! Equaliser through Luca Pellegrini. You beautiful little man. Oh God, it's been a slog. It's been a real slog. But Luca Pellegrini with such a nice finish. Schauner's getting nowhere near it. He's bent it into the far corner. That's a super finish, and we're back on level terms. That's a really nice goal, actually. Here's Werner, and here's Cunha. Lopez, brilliant save. It looks like we're going to hold on for a draw here. Jesus, this has been hard fought, but it will end our slide of defeats, hopefully, if the ref blows his whistle, which he finally does. 2-2. We'll take the point. We'll absolutely take the point, especially considering how difficult this game was, and it stopped our slide, our 2-game slide, which is something. It's better than nothing. Well, there's some good news coming out of that. Ajax and Dinamo Zagreb actually drew, so we stay 3 points ahead of Ajax with them to play. So we have, a draw against Ajax will take us into the next round. Second in the group. Leipzig top, 2 points ahead of us. Ajax, that's really poor from them considering they are the reigning European champions. And so this is what this run of games has been leading up to. The game against Juventus at home. In 3 attempts we've never beaten them in this save so far. Don't even know if we've got a draw against them. I can't remember because my memory is not very good. But this is possibly the most significant of all of those games because it's top versus second. We need to win this game to get back on level points with Juventus. Otherwise, they're going to pull away and our season will be... it'll be even more difficult to catch them. So this is what we need. We need to win this game. We need to win it. No, that's the long and the short of it. No other excuses. We go with our usual lineup. Everyone's usually a bit tired, but, you know, we'll have to bloody suffer through it for the importance of this game. Mancini's back in, that's the only difference. A Juve lineup of Buffon is still there in goal. Fair bloody play to you, Gigi Buffon. De Ligt, Bonucci, Sandro, Danilo, Pjanic, Chan, Rabiot, Ronaldo, Bernardeschi and Gonzalo Higuain. That is a terrifying lineup. First versus second in the Serie A table. We had the advantage. We lost it with 2 defeats in a row. And look at this lineup that we're taking on. It's going to be very difficult. Like I said, we've never beaten them in this save so far. And this would be the perfect time to put that right. Spinazzola. In there. Zaniolo. He's got a little bit of space to shoot. Zaniolo! Just wide of the post. That's a good start from us. Good intent shown early on. Slide it up towards Higuain. He finds Ronaldo. Ronaldo shoots! Good save by Lopez. Comes out to Bernardeschi. And Spinazzola is there to take it away from him. Spinazzola. El Shaarawy. He stayed onside. Has he? Yes. De Ligt brings him down. That's going to be a free kick. And it's got to be a booking for Matthias De Ligt. Surely. Surely. There we go. We have this free kick and we're currently a man light because El Shaarawy has had to go off, which is not ideal in any way. So we're gonna, you know what, let's just try this and see how it goes. We played it short, pulled it back, and there's the shot, and there is the goal. Luca Pellegrini has done it again. I did not expect that to work. Oh, this game has been so bad and so stagnant, but a piece of sheer magic from Luca Pellegrini has given us the lead. He's just thought, I'm going to smack this, and smack this he does. Buffon, no chance. And we have the lead against Juve. And Pjanic is going to hit it. He's going to hit it over the wall. It's taken a nick, and Lopez is just going to hold on to this for a wee while. Let's just not rush things here. As Rugani gives it to Spinazzola. Pellegrini. Oh dear. Bad pass, bad pass, bad pass. And now they're in here. It's Mandzukic. It's Mario Mandzukic. Mancini comes across superbly. And we'll just twat it clear at this stage. Ronaldo. Oh, Brian Cristante. Someone want to check Ronaldo's pockets. Or Cristante's pockets, because they'll find Cristiano Ronaldo in it. And here's Barbosa. Keeping hold of it. Does really well. Really well. Gabby Barbosa, you've done fantastically. I'm just gonna happily hold on to this. Hold on to it. This is really boring for you all to watch, but I really don't care at this stage of the game because Bonucci's not coming anywhere near me. It's not. It's absolute S-housery, but I don't really care at this stage because we need this win hugely and we will take it any way we can, and the computer would absolutely do this to me. Kluivert's just going to whip one into the box. It's going to be headed away and the ref is going to blow his whistle. No, he's not. No, he's not. He should blow his whistle. Why isn't he blowing his whistle? He has blown his whistle. Jesus, that game was terrible. It was so nervy. But a moment of sheer magic from Luca Pellegrini has won us. We've finally beaten Juventus. Finally beaten them. And with that, we go back to being level on points with Juve, but we are top of the table on goal difference. We're 3 goals ahead of them on goal difference, and we retake our spot at the top of the Serie A standings. Jesus, that was a huge... I was so nervous. But a huge win, and a win that we desperately needed to keep pace with Juve. Otherwise, they'd have just pulled away and been unstoppable. But we keep in touch with them. After 13 games of the Serie A season, we are top of the table. Juve second, Inter in third, and Napoli in fourth. As we look at the bottom of the table, Chievo are bottom with Frosinone and Empoli. And after that sheer roller coaster of emotion, that is what is going to do it for this episode. Ah, a happy boy now, thank God. If you did enjoy this episode, and to be honest, what is there not to like? Plenty of goals, drama, and everything in between, even though that's not a spectrum, but who cares? If you did enjoy this episode, do hit that like button, do hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, do whatever you bloody well want. If you do, please, have a look through the channel. You'll find something that you'll enjoy, I'm fairly sure. We've just recorded the first episode of our new podcast. It's worth a listen. It's about the when should football come back. I mean, we all know the answer to it, but we've managed to stretch it out into half an hour's worth of content, which is pretty good. Stick it on in the background. Stick it on while you're ironing or despairing for the human race. Whatever it is you do in your spare time. But until then, thank you so much once again for watching, and do remember, be safe, be sensible, don't be a knobhead. And during this whole pandemic, just think of others, be a generally nice person, and stay safe, look after yourselves, and we will see you as always in the next one.